JMS Flower Farms has been helping grape growers protect their vines from insects and fungal diseases with their exclusive product, JMS Stylet Oil, since 1992. Visit www.styletoil.com today.
Hello, I'm Matthew Malcolm with Vegetables West magazine, reporting to you from the annual California Tomato Growers Association meeting here in Modesto. Got a lot of growers here, a lot of processors, and here with Mike Motna, president of the association. Wanted to talk with him about what you guys do as an association, some of the latest efforts to work on behalf of these growers here.
Sure, we're an association that represent the processed tomato growers in California. Processed tomatoes are the second most processed food behind potatoes. About 96% of the nation's tomato products that they eat come from California. As the association, we kind of represent all the growers' interests, whether it be in price negotiations, state or federal issues that they may have, and do a lot of time on trade. We also spend a lot of time, since we are a global commodity, learning other places in the world, where they're growing tomatoes, just try to understand where the opportunities may be. Right now, from a world perspective, consumption is growing slightly, I would say. We would obviously, like everyone else, would like it to be growing a lot more. But at the end of the day, we have a great product that people love. It's just they eat a lot of it already, and how can we get them to eat a lot more in different forms?
Right. Now, you mentioned that we got a nice crop this last year, and prices were not exactly where we wanted them to be. So kind of moving forward, you mentioned that to get a good price, we kind of need a smaller crop, right?
Yeah, I think really kind of what we're saying is, we need to pack and process what we can sell profitably, at the end of the day. So not, keep our supply and demand better and balanced, instead of kind of a race to the bottom, type mentality that sometimes will happen in agriculture. Just being growers in California, with the wage increases, the ag overtime, just everyday costs, which are okay. I mean, those things are okay. We're happy to do it. We're happy, to pay our employees more. But we need the customer to help us.
Yeah.
We need the customer to kind of, backfill that in, so they have the money to, to give them to work the extra hours that we need.
Right, and if we continue to have this supply moving forward, what are some international trade hurdles we're trying to overcome to stimulate more demand?
Yeah, we've worked, for the last few years on the U.S.-EU deal. It's a very complex deal. We're basically asking from a processed tomato perspective for a zero tariff. I'm hopeful that the U.S.-Japan, might be something that is actually lower hanging fruit from a processed tomato perspective, just because they don't really have a processed tomato industry. And for them, it wouldn't be displacing any of their current business, just giving them another choice of where to buy product. They've currently got, their new deals with the EU, and where tariffs are coming off that we are going to have going forward. So now we're at a competitive disadvantage than we were a year ago, competing for the Japanese business. And for us, we just think it's a win-win. If we can get some of that, some of that done.
Great. Well, thanks for the update,
No,
Mike.
thank you guys. Thank you for coming.
Of course. Read more about the proceedings of today's meeting in the coming issue of Vegetables West magazine. I'm Matthew Malcolm, CaliforniaAgNet.com.